time for movies on rock and roll football. It's Meet Me in the Foyer with Linda Marek and Jawa.
Meet Me in the Foyer.
Ready? Then we shall begin. It's time for another magical show, but not far away, right here. So come meet me in the foyer, where we will find Linda waiting to sprinkle a little pixie dust on your lives with 2 film reviews. How are you, Linda?
I'm well, thank you. How are you? It's the return of winter, apparently, outside.
That's right,
so,
yes.
Yeah, I'm not too pleased about that. But
No.
other than that, how are you?
Very good. Yes. No, you're right. No one told us winter was coming, but here it is. Christmas must be just around the corner.
Yeah.
But no,
Not good.
hopefully that wasn't summer, and we've got a bit more heat to come. But
Yeah.
no, otherwise good. Otherwise good.
Yeah. We did the typical British thing, which is the chat about the weather straight away.
Absolutely. What else? There's nothing more important than that, Linda. What are you talking about? We live for weather chat and queuing. That's us. But whilst we're here and we're talking film, what will you be conjuring up for us this week?
So this week I'll be reviewing the new film, the new adaptation of the Faraway Tree, or the Magic Faraway Tree. And I will also be reviewing They Will Kill You.
Exciting.
There you go. The 2 films that couldn't be more different.
Absolutely. Yeah. One of those might have an 18 certificate, but it's your guess which. And of course, I'll bring you another classic movie review, and we'll bring you the latest movie news and the box office top 10. So why don't we do that right now?
Meet Me in the Foyer.
So the box office top 10 as it stands as we record. At number 10, it's new film Good Boy in its first week on release. That's the Jan Komassa's black comedy starring Stephen Graham, Andrea Riseborough and Anson Boone. Have you seen that one, Linda?
I haven't seen it. I intend to see it. I do have a link for it, and I would like to maybe review it next week, just so that we've done it. But yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
Cool. Yeah, we're well up for a review of that. I've heard some things about it sound very interesting. So yeah, less interesting, but heading out of the top 10, it seems. At number 9 is Scream 7. That's been on the charts now for a month and has made 7.5 million. And if you want to hear Linda's review, just go back to one of the previous episodes of Meet Me in the Foyer that you can find on our Patreon.
Okay.
Still above that, rather pleasingly, at number 8 is Mother's Pride, the British comedy from the makers of Fisherman's Friends, starring Wuthering Heights star Martin Clunes. And that's made nearly 3 million at the UK box office, which is very, very heartening indeed.
I'm all for Martin Clunes having this kind of sudden sort of career as a major film actor.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
know
all
if you
for it.
did you happen to catch his interview he did on
ITV, the one where he's
no, it was on Kermode and Mayo actually.
I didn't. No.
Very good interview.
I didn't. Yeah.
No,
I didn't. Yeah. I know. I've been slacking. Honestly, I've been slacking on listening. I do listen to individual reviews, but not to the whole show, which is a bit weird to admit to. But like, especially since I've been listening to them for over 20 years, you know.
Yeah. I tend to. It's my my Monday morning pick me up as I head into the office and sit at my desk. That gets me through the first couple of hours anyway. But yeah, good interview with Martin. Very self-effacing and amusing guy. Right, so at number 7 in the box office top 10 though, it's How to Make a Killing, and its second week on release. You can catch Linda's review, as I say, if you head to Patreon, and you'll find it there in one of our previous shows. And that's made 1.5 million at the UK box office so far. And we are the yin and yang of this one, as Linda's tonight.
Not exactly. I'm like, it's a film that I liked. I'm not saying it's like life-changing or anything. I liked it. I didn't think it was terrible, so...
Fair enough. No, that's fair enough. Number 6, I believe it's called Adu. Adu 3, I should say, an Indian Malayalam language fantasy action comedy in its first week on release that's made £500,000.
No, not seen it. No idea. It wasn't screened to us. So.
But one Linda has seen and reviewed on last week's show. Once again, head to that Patreon. It's Ready or Not 2, Here I Come. That's made £600,000 at the UK box office.
Really? I thought that would do really, really well. Gosh.
Yeah, it's come in a bit low, hasn't it? A bit of a soft opening, they call that, isn't it?
Yeah.
But clinging on, doing rather better, which Linda reviewed a couple of weeks ago now. It's Reminders of Him, and that's made £2.5 million now at the UK box office. But doing far better than both of those. At number 3, it's Hoppers. It's been out for 3 weeks and has made just under £10 million. So yes, another win for Pixar. And at number 2, and this is really, really quite remarkable, is Durandbar, The Revenge. That's an Indian Hindi language spy action thriller propaganda film, and its first week on release has made £2 million at the UK box office. So, congratulations to them. That's remarkably high for a film of that time. But as predicted by Linda in her review last week, which, yes, that's right, head to the Patreon and you can catch it there. It's Project Hail Mary that's made £7.5 million in its first week on release at the UK box office. Boom.
Best film of the year so far.
The sun is dying. Dr. Grace, I need your help.
I am a teacher at Grover Cleveland Middle.
You have a doctorate in molecular biology.
I'm not an astronaut. I've never done a spacewalk. I can't even moonwalk. I haven't done the pool thing.
No. This is just for social media. Object approaching.
Oh my god. So, I met an alien. I'm Grace. I'm gonna call you Rocky. His son is dying too. If we're gonna save our planet, we have to learn how to communicate.
Why is a school teacher in space? Don't like that voice.
Nope.
I am Rocky.
That's not bad.
Amaze.
Welcome to the Hail Mary.
Thank you, Mary.
You're welcome, Dr. Grace.
Thank you, Mary.
You're welcome, Rocky.
Together, we're pretty smart.
The world is counting on you.
It's now or never. So I have a new roommate.
Who is Grace talking to?
There's no way you can hear me right now.
Can hear.
Oh my god. I'm not heroic.
You just need to find someone you'll be brave for.
You are the bravest human I have ever met. Is joke. I only meet one human, and is you.
I get it.
Right, so that's the box office top 10 for this week.
Meet me in the foyer.
Okay, so a review now, I think, and a review of a film based on a book that played a huge part in my childhood. The hardback copy I still have is a treasured possession, and it might be partly responsible for my love of sweets, but I can't blame it entirely for that. A tale of a group of children who discover a magical tree that leads them to a land of pixies and fairies. There are 4 books by Nid Blyton which have been adapted by Simon Farnaby, the man at least partly responsible for the wonderful Paddington movies. Into this film...
Paddington 2, mostly.
It's very true, yes. Although he had wonderful cameos in both, didn't he? Yeah. Stop that attractive nun, I seem to recall.
He does have a cameo in this one as well. So,
oh, wonderful.
Brilliant, really good cameo.
So yes, just about to be reviewed by Linda. In the immortal words of Elton John and Kiki D, don't go breaking my heart with your review of the Magic Faraway Tree.
What is this place?
Just have this feeling that it might be kind of amazing.
Dear Grandma, we've moved to the countryside. Dad's crazy plan is infecting the whole family.
I feel like their childhood is slipping away. Polly, the kids need this.
Just remember, don't go in that wood up top. Some folks say it's enchanted. Strange creatures, floaty lights. You know, the usual things.
I wouldn't say that was very usual.
Whoa! Mommy! What is this place?
The Magic Faraway Tree. It's amazing.
At the top of that ladder are lands that come and go. There's loads.
Except you must leave before the land turns. Otherwise you'll be stuck there for good, you hear?
She does that a lot.
Oh, you'll have so much fun.
Welcome to the land of goodies.
Sugary fruit punch?
Don't mind if I do. Got quite a kick to it.
Land of bad things here. Nothing bad can happen there. Only if they've wished for something silly.
I wish they had someone else's voice.
I wonder if it worked.
Perfect.
It's just like you said, it's enchanted and wonderful.
Dad and I just felt like a place like this would bring us all back together again.
Grandma.
I will get them back to the city if it is the last thing I do.
Sorry, guys. Better start packing.
You wish to cross the lands?
To locate a spell. To save your house from your evil grandma. We know all of this.
You know all that because we just told you it.
All right, no need to get shirty.
Just have this feeling
Buckle up, guys.
that it might be kind of amazing.
Just you wait.
You, what's your name?
I don't know.
Are you pulling my chain?
There is no way I'm going down that.
Pretty spectacular, as I'm sure you'll agree.
I honestly wish you were reviewing this and not me, because I'm not. I think I was aware of any. I didn't go to school in the UK, so I wasn't sort of too au fait with the sort of with the lore of any blight, and apart from the five what was it called?
Oh, the famous five.
Famous Five, yeah. Famous Five books. And I kind of like, I only know about them superficially. So I had no idea about the Faraway Tree or the Magic Faraway Tree or any of the books. I think, did you say there were five of them?
Four books, yeah.
Four of them. So, and I understand that it is, I'm having spoken to quite a few of my friends who grew up on them. I know that people are very passionate about these books, and the first thing I would say is that you're not going to be disappointed.
Hooray.
It's not a perfect movie by any, but it does have a lot of heart. It's a movie that really doesn't want to ruin your childhood dreams, if you know what I mean. It's got a really good cast. So it's it's adapted by Simon Farnaby, as we said, directed by Ben Gregor, and it stars Claire Foy as Polly Thompson, who is the mother of the Thompson family, Andrew Garfield in a very unusual role. I mean, I wouldn't have had him down as someone who could play the dad in a story. He gets away with it, and there is a moment right towards the end of the movie that will have everyone in tears, and it's very sweet. And despite me not having been brought up on the stories or have any kind of like close memory of them, I was still extremely moved by that particular moment. So if you are watching, if you are going to go and watch this, surrounded by those kids, stay till the end, and you will have your heart broken slightly. Again, a really wonderful kids cast. Delilah Bennett Cordy as Beth Thompson, Billy Getson as Fran Thompson, Phoenix LaRoche as Joe Thompson, and then you've got Nicola Coughlan as Silky, who I absolutely adore. Nicola Coughlan, she can do no wrong, and really well cast in this. She's just the cherry on top of the cast in here. Nonso Anozie as Moonface, and I know Moonface is a favorite for people. Jessica Gunning as Dame Washalot, and Dustin Emery Burns. There are also like Mark Heap, isn't it? Farnaby, Lenny Henry, Michael Palin. They all sort of pop in here and there, and it's, you know, and Jennifer Saunders plays the grandma of the Thompson family. So the premise is a modern family led by Claire Foy and Andrew Garfield. She works for this company that makes fridges. She's the money earner in the household. He's more of a stay-at-home dad, but he's also been like perfecting this tomato sauce that he intends to sell on to people. His biggest dream, his wildest dream in life, is to go back to where he grew up in the countryside and grow tomatoes, and through doing that, start making tomato sauces and selling them off, and making his childhood dream true, basically. Claire Foy, and one Polly, his wife, who played by Claire Foy, gets sacked by her company because she invented this fridge, and they messed up with her invention and put a camera on it, and she wasn't happy about it, so therefore she got sacked. And then they decide that the best thing to do is to leave their life behind and move to the countryside. When they get to countryside, the house that they intend to buy is basically just a barn. No kitchen, no functioning kitchen, no functioning bathrooms, no running water, no Wi-Fi, and no electricity. And as a result, there are loads of themes surrounding what could be good in your life if you forgot about Wi-Fi, about electricity, about being on the phone all the time, scrolling all the time. A really wonderful message for kids. And then as one of the Thompson kids, she's usually very quiet, but when she gets to the magical forest, she comes into her own, and she gets to meet Silky and Moonface and blah blah blah, and then so they take her into this kind of magical journey on this magical tree, where she's able to visit lands far, like a land of sweets and land of dreams and land of this really, like, kind of really almost Roald Dahlish in its kind of like everything is pink and everything. I just thought that it looked so beautifully done. I thought is a little bit I actually I wanted it to be slightly more naughty, it's all a bit too goody. I wanted it to be just slightly naughty. There are bits of it that are quite funny, and they wouldn't make you chuckle as an adult, but I felt like there weren't that many levels to it. But as a whole, I just thought this was really fabulous. I think Claire Foy is incredible. As I say, Andrew Garfield kind of struggles with the kids a bit. I feel like he isn't there yet. He's still quite a young guy, and even though he's like in his early 40s now, he will always be associated to being the young Spider-Man, this kind of like, associated to being sort of this young guy who single young guy with no children. I didn't really buy him as the father, but I really liked him here. I think and it's also, I don't know if I mentioned, but it is a musical as well. I mean, there aren't that many songs in it. Yeah, there aren't a huge amount of songs in it, but there is one. Garfield does sing and play the guitar in it. And all in all, I thought this was really sweet. It probably works better on you if you've if you grew up with these stories. I just thought it was a good movie. I didn't have that kind of like close association with it in any way, shape, or form. But other than that, I just think it's really well done. It's Simon Farnaby can do no wrong. I think he got the tone just right. As I say, I would have liked a little bit more sort of sassiness into that, but all in all, it's good. This is going to do really well with the kids, and there's Easter holiday coming, and I think I can't see this not being number one at the end of. It's either I think it would probably be number one at the end of this week.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. Well, I start with a note of pity because you missed out on Enid Blyton in your childhood, which, she was absolutely, before Roald Dahl, she was absolutely my cornerstone of reading. I absolutely absorbed her books, not just The Famous Five, but The Secret Seven and the Mysterious Island, and there were others, and of course Noddy as well as. Well,
I grew up with more French references, like children's books, so I can see, I know what they mean, and I have that kind of feeling of closeness with them. So I can imagine how exciting this is if you grew up on them. And as I say, I was sitting in a screening surrounded by people, and I like towards the end, that particular scene that I was telling you about, I could hear people crying. So, you know,
not the kids, just the grown-ups.
yeah.
I mean, it's a tangent, but did you grow up on something like Madeline?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Heidi and things like that, you know.
Maybe a bit of Tintin. I know he's Belgian, but
Tintin,
yeah, interesting. I'm so excited to see this. I didn't even know it was coming until I saw the trailer about 2 weeks ago or whatever it was, and yeah, very surprised.
Good cast.
Yeah, I mean, on the cast, this is perhaps a little mean of me, but I did wonder whether Garfield was cast because Ben Whishaw wasn't available or something like that, because he seems like the sort of go-to on this one. But yeah,
I think Garfield. People are going to hate me saying this. I think Garfield is a better actor than Ben Whishaw, in my opinion.
I'm not sure about that.
I'm a huge fan of Andrew Garfield.
I thought he was a very bad Spider-Man, I have to say.
For me, I love him not because of the Spider-Man movies. I love him because he's been in some really, really, really good movies that I really cherish, and I think he's a fantastic character actor. Perhaps playing the dad of teenagers and small children is maybe a bridge too far for him. But at the same time, I don't think I would have felt that kind of excitement about that character if it had been anyone else but him. I just think he's really wonderful.
Fair enough. Yeah, absolutely. I haven't really seen enough of his films to give a fair opinion, but for me, I've not seen him better his role in Social Network.
Oh gosh, he's been in so many. Like he was in Never Let Me Go. God, what's the God, what's it called? Hacksaw Ridge. He was nominated for an Oscar for that. He was in Silence, the Martin Scorsese's movie.
Yeah, I mean, I've yet to see that one.
Wonderful in that movie.
Yeah.
Under the Silver Lake, again, great. Eyes of Tammy Faye. He was in Tick Tick Boom. What am I talking about? You know, he's really, really fucking great actor, and I genuinely think he's one of the greats. And he was in After the Hunt, which I didn't really like that much, but he's been in bad movies, but he's never been bad. So,
yeah. And he's very good in those Sky adverts, I have to say. But I keep meaning to catch Silence, the Scorsese film, and I didn't really like Hacksaw Ridge, I have to say, but that's just me. Everyone else did, so fair enough. Yeah, the cheekiness is interesting because the books are aimed at a very young age range, like preschool age range.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Not older. I thought it was
I mean, you could still read them, but sort of 5, 7 sort of age, but they're really books that your parents read to you.
Terribly terribly upper middle class as well.
Oh yeah,
I kind of like got the sense from them that there was a lot of sort of class thing. But I think Farnaby manages to actually make them a lot more accessible, a lot more sort of fun and in sort of making fun of like the upper classes, you know. But there is a sense to me that Enid Blyton's books are very, very, very much like Dolly Hocksticks and all that.
That's absolutely right. Yes, that's very much her. She's very much sort of school headmistress. I mean, there's the first book came out in the 30s, so yeah, that's the sort of, you're absolutely right on that. Wonderful, fantastic. Well, I'm still very excited to see that. Whether I can go and see that unaccompanied in the cinema, I don't know, but let's see how it goes. I might drag along a nephew to excuse my presence and see that one. Wonderful. Thank you very much, Linda.
Okay.
Right. So it's movie news time.
Meet Me in the Foyer.
And first off this week, we have a trailer for the latest film attempting to reboot the Jack Ryan franchise with a spin-off from the recent John Krasinski starring TV series, with he and Wendell Pierce returning in this film adaptation titled Jack Ryan Ghost War, due to stream on Prime Video on the 20th of May.
We have an international incident on our hands. Whatever it is, I'm not doing it.
A radicalized military group.
They're intelligent. They're dangerous.
And now they're sending a message. Welcome back.
I said I wasn't doing it. You nervous?
Why the hell would I be nervous? You're in this with me.
And despite a number of failed attempts to pick it up after Harrison Ford left the franchise, I'm still very excited to see this because I did like the TV series and I do like John Krasinski very much. And Wendell Pierce. After last week's news of Arnie bringing back some of his 80s movies in reboots and sequels, another 80s actioner returns as A24 is set to remake Jean-Claude Van Damme's movie Bloodsport. Which marks a bit of a boom for fighting movies as Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter are both returning to cinemas this year. So if that's your bag, happy days for you. We have a trailer for Tom Holland's fourth outing as Spider-Man in Spider-Man Brand New Day, swinging into cinemas on July 31st. And I hang my head in shame. I haven't seen this trailer yet, but everyone's telling me how amazing it is. So I'm looking forward to it.
How amazing is it going to be? I mean, it's a Spider-Man movie.
Well, having spoken about Garfield, I think he's the best Spider-Man here, Tom Holland, I have to say.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know about that. I mean, look, I don't get me wrong, I like the Marvels and I like all the Marvel sort of adaptations, and I have a soft spot for the Spider-Man thing, but I feel like he's done it now, and I'm hoping that this is his last one. I think he's good enough of an actor to just move on to other things, you know.
Yeah, I was slightly surprised he was doing a fourth, I have to say, but it seems to be rebooting a new era of Marvel. So, I mean, God, he could end up doing 6, who knows? But
oh God, poor guy.
I have liked his films very much, I have to say. I think they've been very high quality, his particular 3 so far. I mean, and you know, if you don't agree with me on my Tom Holland statement, then his third one, his last one, had all 3 of them in it together. So, you know,
I know
you can't lose.
I don't know. I still, I mean, I do like Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. I think possibly that's probably of the era. I think that's probably my favorite. I also really like. I do like Tom Holland. Don't get me wrong, but I just don't think he's my favorite Spider-Man. I'm not that passionate about him.
That's fine. Yeah, we can. We can have a fight about that in the car park as we all fight over our favourite Spider-Man and Batman, because that's always a contentious issue. 2 bits of Kirsten Dunst casting news, talking of the Spider-Man films. So she was in the first 3 of those, as she is signed up to star in a Minecraft movie sequel and the Housemaid sequel, which is good, as she's felt a little bit absent from our screens in recent years. The Minecraft sequel is due in July of 2027, whilst The Housemaid's Secret, which is the title of the second film, has not got a set release date yet. So we'll keep you updated on that one. I saw someone online say, "Oh, what a cash in," and he thought, I mean, that's what the first one was, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
It was to make money. That was the only purpose of that.
What do you think they're for?
Oh, dear. We have a new trailer for new Aardman animation, Shaun the Sheep, the Beast of Mossy Bottom, due to herd audiences into cinemas on September 18th. Going for the perfect trilogy. Can't be a bit of Aardman, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Oliver Stone is set to release his first feature in a decade and has lined up Josh Hartnett as the lead in White Lies. That's Stone's first film since 2016's Snowden, unbelievably, and that's just entered production as we speak.
And Josh Hartnett deserves a big Hollywood comeback. You know, he's a fabulous actor. You know, he was in Oppenheimer, I believe.
Yes, yes, and what was that? He was in Shyamalan's last film.
Shyamalan's Daughter's movie, yeah.
Yes, that's right.
And I mean, bit of a weird one, that one, but you know, it was the best thing in it. It was really good. Yeah, I just, you know, I'm ready for him for a comeback. You know,
And I hope it's a success for Oliver Stone as well. I have a particular liking for his works. Jennifer Garner's 13 going on 30 from 2004, one of the most recent examples of the body swap genre that was so popular in the 80s, is being rebooted, starring Emily Badder and Logan Lerman.
No idea who these people are.
No, you and me together on that one. So let's move on to something even more exciting. We have a new trailer for Martin McDonagh's new movie, Wild Horse 9, starring, and I'm buying a ticket, I'm buying you a ticket, Linda, starring John Malkovich and Sam Rockwell.
Oh, brilliant.
What a cast. Due in cinemas later this year.
You're always eating. You never stop eating.
Hey, I stop eating.
Yeah, if you're sleeping or if you're shooting a guy.
Chris, we're on an airplane, all right? Fucking shooting a guy. Shut the fuck up.
Don't pull rank on me. I've killed people in countries you can't even spell.
Name one country you killed someone in that I can't spell.
Czechoslovakia.
You never killed anyone in Czechoslovakia. You just know I can't spell it. All right, listen up. Can we just keep a little bit of a low profile while we're here? Can we just have a nice time?
So how's Easter fucking Island, Big Shot?
Great, Marge. They get all these big stone heads here. They remind me of you, actually, except they're quiet.
Wow. Well, first big heads.
Not say anything or do anything that'll reveal anything that we don't want revealed.
Thanks for bringing me. Girls, how do you like your new president?
What'd I say about before, Chris?
Everybody likes him.
Not everybody. That wouldn't be true.
And who the fuck are you? The CIA?
We are the CIA. We're totally the CIA.
We're not the CIA.
Your country's gonna get fucked.
Your country's gonna be absolutely fine. Hello.
Where's Big Mouth?
He's next door.
We hear he's been acting problematic again.
Problematic?
No, he's acting the same exact pain in the ass he's always acting.
Yo, hungry?
Remember, we ain't leaving the fucking island, Lee.
What's that, a threat?
You can take it any way you fucking want.
Well, how about you take it and you shove it up your flabby little ass? How about that?
Who was that? Your mom? Do you ever get paranoid you're not being paranoid enough? Because I think we're being followed.
Is that why you shot up a car last night?
Did someone say I shot up a car last night?
You said you just drove around.
I drove around and I shot up a car. What are we, hippies now?
Love John Malkovich. He's not in enough things, you know.
Absolutely, yeah, and Rockwell with him as well. I mean, just that's going to be gold, absolute gold. We have a trailer for the new Peter Farrelly comedy Balls Up, starring Mark Wahlberg.
In order to win the World Cup account, I have devised a condom that covers both the penis and the testicles.
What is happening here? What do we...
I don't know. I can't look away.
Is Steve from HR here?
I didn't invite him. Ugh, the fun police.
Actually, I'm here.
Oh.
This is my product. I was working out the kinks.
Oh, it had some kink.
I should be the one showcasing it.
There is no better designer than you, Elijah, but there's no better salesman than Brad.
Introducing the Balls Up.
Why hasn't anyone thought of this before? The official condom of Brazil 2025 is... the Balls Up. You two are so good together. You don't see it.
Oh, nope.
But I do. I'm gonna make sure you're there at the World Cup final.
How about a toast? One for you, one for me.
That should be our mascot, not some hot dog. I want to punch that dog right in the...
Take it easy.
Here I come, sausage boy!
No! Battleizer, back!
What just happened?
Brazil has been robbed.
What happens if they catch us?
You ever see The Purge? It'll be like that, but if you just us, go!
Get in!
We need to get out of Brazil!
Ow! Learn how to drive! Or don't learn. You're good?
Oh, no.
You gotta be kidding me!
This is madness. We're gonna die out here, aren't we? You ready? Oh my God! Oh, 100%. It's a crocodile. I think it's an alligator. Does it really matter when it's about to eat us?
Look at these minnows, they're drinking my pee!
Little fish. I got a fish in my... Oh, God!
Adventures never ending.
Use your teeth.
Use mine.
My only hope, I need you to be a man right now! Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Stop saying yeah!
Sorry.
Adventures never ending.
That's hitting Prime on the 15th of April. So, yeah, not buying a ticket for that one. Yeah.
I'm Dan Wahlberg, I'm sorry.
No, I think he was amazing in The Departed, but other than that...
I just think he'd like, he's part of that group of like Hollywood Christians who you feel like you've been told off every time you see one of their movies. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
and he's got that. I mean, it's hard to forgive him for doing that Planet of the Apes reboot, but even worse, he's got that training regime that he always publishes.
Oh
He
yeah,
gets up at like 4 o'clock in the morning, and
so cringe.
it's like, why do you not want to enjoy your life at all? I mean, to be fair, he looks great. But anyway, and there has long been talk of a Mr. Ben movie based on the children's animation from the 70s, which only ran for a scarcely believable 13 episodes.
Really?
Yeah. And now it appears it is finally happening, with I Swear director Kirk Jones making it his next project. But as much as I was surprised by that, Jones has worked on Family Fare before with 2005's Nanny McPhee. So he'll be inviting us all.
I love Nanny McPhee.
Do you know what? I've never seen it.
Absolutely love that movie. Love that movie. Emma Thompson is in it, isn't she?
Yes, she is Nanny McPhee. Yeah, I think Colin Firth's in it, and I believe Angela Lansbury's in it.
I just so love that movie. Honestly, it's like a kind of. I was expecting absolutely nothing from it, and then it gave me everything I needed. And also, here's an example of a children's movie that actually really works on adults as well, because it really has different message for adults and children. And I admire anyone who's able to do that. I think.
Excellent. Yeah. Okay. What about the sequel?
What do you mean?
There were two Nanny.
Oh, there are two. I don't think I've seen the second one.
Oh, have you got a treat in store this weekend?
I didn't even know. There was a second one. I probably have seen it and I've forgotten that I've seen it. But I know the surprise of watching the first one. I just thought it was so lovely. Yeah.
That's a good. I will have to give that a go. And lastly, we have a trailer for Peter Glanz's dark comedy Savage House, starring Richard E. Grant and Claire Foy, due in cinemas in June.
This is it. The reason for all our tireless work. These are the moments that one shall remember. So let's be our very best.
What the hell is this?
It's not that bad.
Certainly not fit for a bloody duke. We'll be sent to the gallows. Next course!
The Duke and Duchess are coming for dinner.
Really? The Duke and Duchess of Devonshire tonight?
Oh. We were chosen. This is our chance to restore your family name. To rewrite history without anyone being the wiser, save for a few debt collectors.
Where is he?
David Brigand!
Mama, you're going to send us to the poorhouse if you keep this up.
Oh, all the gossip.
Sir, please. This is madness.
But isn't it fun?
He's good, isn't he?
What are you looking at?
Delicious.
You're an acquired taste, sir.
Dirty little piggy. Slow down, I'm wearing heels. How dare you!
Be calm, my love, be calm.
Stop! Now, who here has all their limbs? Hands up.
And that's the news for this week. Right.
Love a bit of Claire Foy.
Isn't it funny? I said this last week, didn't I? That actors disappear for 2 or 3 years and then they come back and you suddenly get a splurge of 3 or 4 films altogether. And she's doing that right now.
I kind of feel sorry for them, because you just feel like they get, when they're making all these movies, they don't know they're all coming out at the same time. But
Yes.
because of the nature of the film industry, as soon as someone is back in a limelight, they have to sneak their films out one after the other because they want to keep that people talking about that person. So yeah,
It's very
a shame.
yeah.
Meet me in the foyer.
Right, so why don't we have another review now? And
Yeah.
presumably this is going to be a secretly recorded film about my biscuit consumption. Linda is now naming her suspects as she discusses new action comedy horror from Kirill Sokolov, starring Zazie Beetz, the second housemaid murder and mayhem movie of the year. So shame me, Linda. How many of the biscuits I eat is too many, and when will they kill me?
Oh, you'll be fine. Don't worry. Just carry on. Carry on as you go.
That's what I wanted to hear. Okay.
This whole building is a satanic cult.
Tonight, we must offer a human sacrifice.
Excuse me?
You are the offering.
Are you ready to die? Never. You can't escape.
Come on, guys, it's just one girl.
What happened to your eye?
It's the first wound.
I know you think we're terrible people. If you get to know us, we're actually really nice.
They will kill you.
What happened in there?
Rich people.
Get tickets now. Only in theaters March 27th.
So yeah, as you said, They Will Kill You, directed by Kirill Sokolov, and who you might remember for films such as Why Don't You Just Die, No Looking Back. This is his third ever feature movie, and they all have that kind of like horror, kind of almost like a gory horror sort of look to them. So this is a perfectly serviceable horror comedy. There's an emphasis on comedy. It's got really good cast. I am quite impressive cast actually. He's co-written it with Alex Litvak, and it stars, as you said, Zazie Beetz, who we know from Joker, Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. That's the last movie that she was in. The Mahaila, who was in Industry, and she was in something else very recently, but I cannot for the life of me remember what it was. Anyway, we'll come back to her very recently. Like I literally just saw a film with her, so. You can tell that I've seen way too many movies, too many movies lately. So, have you got her?
Is it Dead Man's Wire?
That's it, Dead Man's Wire. Yeah, she's brilliant in that. She's absolutely fabulous in that, and like a really Gus Van Sant movie, fabulous Gus Van Sant movie, based on a true story in the 1970s. I didn't review that, did I, last week?
No.
I was going to. I would have liked to review that, actually. It's a really interesting sort of period piece about not a heist, it's a kind of like a kidnapping, and that's very, very. It steals a lot from Dog Day Afternoon and from all those Sidney Lumet movies of the 70s. Really beautifully shot movie. Anyway, we can talk about that another time, but let's talk about this movie. This also stars Harry Potter alum Tom Felton, who's quite funny in it. Heather Graham is also in it, and Patricia Arquette plays the villain du jour. Fabulous, really good villainous performance here. I think all in all, I would say some of the actors in here, some of the cast are slightly let down by the screenplay here. But as a whole, this is a B movie. It's almost like a blaxploitation movie, really, if you wanna put sort of a label on it. So Zazie Beetz plays Asia Reeves, who is she's freshly out of prison. Well, actually, we don't know whether she's escaped or she's been paroled after committing a certain number of crimes. And we find out right at the beginning of the film she shoots her own father with a gun because he's been abusive to her and her sister, and she's trying to escape him, and she ends up shooting him and escaping, and she gets caught. Anyway, so she's basically lands what it seems like a simple housekeeping job at this building in New York called the Virgil, sorry. It's like an upscale. We don't actually know whether it's a hotel or whether it's like privately owned. It's not really explained, but so the staff and tenants of the building behave oddly. Certain areas of the place are off limits. She's welcomed by the sort of the lady of the house, who's played by Patricia Arquette, and who explains to her, well, thank you for coming. We're glad to have you with us. And she knows something is happening. There's people whispering around her that something very sinister is going on. She is given a room. She sits in her room, and suddenly weird things start to happen. And what starts to happen, I don't know if I should give it away or not, but because I haven't watched the trailer, so I can't tell whether if anyone is if the trailer gives anything away. So maybe I shouldn't say. Let's put it this way: if you've watched Ready or Not, you'll know. Or Ready or Not, Here I Come. It's that same kind of like narrative. Take of that what you will. I'm not gonna give anything away, but that's the kind of feeling of it. So I think this is fine. Zazie Beetz is confident, physical. She gives a really confident physical performance, and she really suits action, and she really suits horror. I think she's brilliant. She's like, again, a typical kind of final girl attitude. I think the film itself is a little bit too desperate for cult status and the way it plays with the sort of the horror genre. There is one scene where if I say this, I'm going to give it away. I mean, look out for a scene with a disembodied eyeball. That's all I'm giving you. I guess that's it. I just genuinely believe that if you're better off watching the film without knowing really fully what's happening. So yeah, disembodied. Remember that disembodied eyeball chasing Zazie Beetz' character as she's trying to as a group of people are trying to kill her and she's trying to escape from them. This is fine. I don't like. It's a typical sort of a genre movie. Lots of blood, really hilarious sort of insane deaths and reincarnations. So yeah, all in all, it's fine. I think it's a typical 3 out of 5 stars genre piece. It's well done. And it does have like that kind of hint of blaxploitation, as I said, which doesn't take. Which I mean, I am a fan of blaxploitation, but I like the original, and I think this borrows a lot from those kind of 70s movies. 70s movies. I thought it was just fine. I didn't think it was like out of the ordinary or brilliant in any way, but this is his 3rd movie, and I feel like he's going to be here to stay because obviously by the 3rd movie he's getting these like the people who are in his cast are actually probably his most high profile cast so far. So yeah, great, just fine. I wish I was more excited about it. I mean, I found it really funny. I found it quite sort of entertaining. but I did think it was kind of messy and excessive in its violence, and it's slightly uneven. But if you're in the mood for something like wild and unpretentious and just a lot of fun and laughter, then go and watch this movie. It is what it is.
Excellent. Okay, we do seem to be really in a period of these films at the moment, don't we?
Yeah.
You know, if I read Ready or Not last week, that was preceded by something similar the week before it.
Yeah. What was it? The Kind Hearts and Coronets.
Oh yes, How to Make a Killing, of course.
How to Make a Killing. Yeah.
And the one I saw a trailer for recently, Pretty Lethal, the new Uma Thurman film's coming. It really seems to be an era for it. I was struck actually when you mentioned, there are bigger names, as you say, like Heather Graham and Patricia Arquette, but Tom Felton. I was thinking, I don't know that I've seen him in a film since Rise of Planet of the Apes. But then I looked at his filmography, and I did see him in Save the Cinema a couple of years ago, a little Welsh comedy, which was nice. But yeah, no, good to see him back.
He's a bit player, he's no longer that kind of like. I mean, actually, he's got really a lot better at acting. I'd never really rated him as an actor, even in Harry Potter movies. He's got a lot better, and because he's playing it for laughs, it really actually works. He plays like the typical sort of upper class nitwit, and it really does work.
I mean, to be fair, I don't think any of the kids were that good in Harry Potter. They've, some of them have become very good actors, but it's quite a chore getting through those Harry Potter films, which I do
I think
rewatch
they've
on a
got a
slightly
lot better.
embarrassing regular basis.
I think they have got better.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously Daniel Radcliffe is a fabulous actor, and
right.
I forget his name. He was in Pillion, old Neville Longbottom.
Oh yeah, Harry Melling.
That's it. Yeah.
Actually, Harry Melling, in my opinion, is the best actor of all of that lot.
That's fair enough. So, yeah, I think you're probably. There were a couple of girls in the film actually that have gone on to do good stuff. I cannot remember their names, so let's not get into that mire. Fantastic. No, thank you very much, Linda. That was wonderful. And I mean, I know which of the two I'll be going to see in the cinema. But anyway.
Meet Me in the Foyer.
It's now time for another of Jawa's classic movie moments. And this week we're looking at a film celebrating its 60th anniversary.
Blimey.
It's my second Michael Caine movie of the month, if that gives you a clue, and the film that perhaps secured him as a superstar. Well, are you all settled in? Right, we can begin. My name is Alfie.
Get your knee off the steering wheel.
I can't, I'm stuck.
Here, look out, I'll do it.
Oh!
Well, you all settled in? Right, we can begin. My name is... Alfie.
Alfie bubbles with impudent humor and ripe modern wit, says the New York Times.
I was having a beautiful little life. There was this manageress of a dry cleaners. And I was getting a suit cleaned in the bargain.
Everybody's running after Alfie.
Do you love me?
What can I say when you ask? You shouldn't ask, I'll tell you when I feel like it.
Would you like me to give you something to make you sleep?
Now, there's a good idea.
All right, then. Come with me.
Michael Caine gives a brilliant performance, says Red Book magazine. Is Alfie really as good as all that?
Now, what's the dicky about?
Shelley Winters thinks so.
Now, what's your address?
Alfie returns the compliment.
She's in lovely condition.
Condition is everything in life.
I'll just get you ready for your injection, Mr. Elkins.
Oh, thank you, nurse.
The New York Daily News gives Alfie 4 stars and says that people are going to stop talking about Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf and start talking about Alfie.
Well, what are you so impatient about?
Alfie, a delightful comedy. A direct hit. Presented in the best of humor and with complete frankness, says the New York Post. Michael Caine is superb, says the Saturday Review. Alfie, you might say, has it made?
Alfie, what's it all about? Alfie, is it just for the moment we live? I've had a lovely time, Alfie.
As Life magazine puts it, you are going to enjoy Alfie very much.
Alfie!
Alfie is a 1966 British comedy drama directed by Lewis Gilbert, starring Michael Caine, as I say. It was adapted from a 1963 play of the same name by Bill Norton. The film became a huge box office success, enjoying critical acclaim and influencing British cinema. The narrative follows a young, womanizing man leading a self-centered life focused on his own enjoyment until events force him to question his uncaring behavior, his loneliness, and his priorities. Alfie cheats on numerous women, treating them with disrespect, using them for sex and domestic affairs. He frequently breaks the fourth wall, speaking directly to the camera, narrating and justifying his actions, despite broad contradictions. As I say, it stars Michael Caine as Alfie Elkins, Shelley Winters as Ruby, Millicent Martin as Siddy, Vivian Merchant as Lily, Jane Asher as Annie, Julia Foster as Gilda, Shirley Anfield as Carla, Eleanor Bron as the Doctor, Denham Elliott as the abortionist, Alfie Bass as Harry Clammercraft, and Graham Stark as Humphrey. So it opens in London on Waterloo Bridge, in the dusk, as a small dog scampers across the bridge and finds two other dogs together. One dog looks ashamed and leaves the first and follows it off down the alleyway. And these dogs will play a sort of visual metaphor for Alfie and his sort of street dog behaviour, wandering around looking for one-night stands. We then cut to a car in a garage with steamed up windows, and we hear voices inside of two people apparently making love. Caine steps out of the car and introduces himself direct to camera as Alfie. He breaks the fourth wall and charms us with his nonchalant confidence and charisma. I mean, it's one of the greatest performances, I think, ever. It's certainly one of the best introductions of a character I've seen on film. I mean, the fourth wall break has been aped so many times since. I very much, I should have researched this. I haven't. I apologize. I very much doubt Alfie pioneered the fourth wall break, but the way Caine delivers it straight down the lens, with sort of a cheeky grin, with this sort of boyish charm, so engaging. And as I said in the prelude to this, he's a pretty dislikable character, Alfie. He's very amoral, but just the way Caine delivers it, that you can't help but initially fall under his spell, which is what the character does, to the women he meets. So Lewis Gilbert, the director, bought the film rights from with Leslie Grade. Grade sold his share to James Wolfe, who wanted Lawrence Harvey to play the role. Gilbert didn't think Harvey would be right, but agreed only if Harvey played in the play on Broadway first, which Harvey refused to do, and he elected to appear in Camelot instead. Gilbert then was going to make No Bail for the Judge with George Peppard for Paramount, but the film fell through, so he offered to make Alfie for them for half of his usual fee. Richard Harris, Lawrence Harvey, as I say, James Booth, and Anthony Newley all were offered and then turned down the role because of the taboo subject of abortion, apparently. And Terence Stamp read the script and wanted to do it for a reduced fee, which made Paramount happy. But again, he was asked if he would play the role on Broadway, which he did, and it flopped. And apparently, according to Gilbert, he was awful. So he didn't take up the role, but he went to his flatmate, Michael Caine. And as I say, I think this is the film that really established Caine as a superstar. He had famously said that if he hadn't made it as a film actor by the time he reached 30, he was going to quit. And he had appeared in dozens of films in little roles, walk-ons and supporting actor roles. And then he got his role, the brilliant role in Zulu, I think when he was 29. So he stayed in the business. He then followed up Zulu with The Ipcris File, which is just iconic and fantastic. And then came Alfie. And Alfie was an international success. And I think, as I say, that's the film that really sealed him as a superstar. It was shot at Twickenham Studios with several locations, several London locations. As I say, Waterloo Bridge is at the beginning and the end of the film, and Tower Bridge appears in the scene in which he meets Shelley Winters. It's an unusual film because it has no opening credits. and the end credits feature photos of the principal actors as well as the technical crew. Its soundtrack is kind of like the Ipcress File, actually. It's a jazz score, as was the sort of predominantly popular music of the time in the country, because this is, I mean, Ipcress File is earlier than Alfie, but Alfie's from '66, so you're really just getting into swinging London and the new pop rock scene with all the bands. So the jazz was and the coffee shop was a huge part of culture at the time. And the score features London musicians like Stan Tracy and Ronnie Scott plays on the soundtrack as well. The Oscar-nominated song by Burt Bacharach and Hal David was added for the American release, and then to the UK re-release. On the re-release, the UK one, it's sung by Cilla Black. One of the most awful performances of a song I think I've ever heard. I really liked Cilla Black as a TV presenter, but as a singer, she's a foghorn. She's got no nuance at all. It's just shout. That's just what she does. And I'm backed up by this by Bacharach absolutely hating working with her. He couldn't believe sort of she was a celebrity. That's why she got the gig, and he couldn't believe how sort of untalented she was as a singer.
Oh,
I know it sounds harsh, but it's just stick to what you're good at, Cilla. About the US version on this film, it was by Cher, but it was also recorded by Dionne Warwick. And actually, Warwick's version outperformed Cher's in the charts. It's got a 97% rating on Rotten Tomatoes, which is pretty stellar. And Bosley Crowther of the New York Times said, there must be in abortion a miserable and tragic thing which Lewis Gilbert, who produced and directed, makes us sense in all its shabbiness and shame. But it is the performance of Miss Merchant as the woman brought to the shame, stunned and saddened by the necessity, deadened by her grief, that shocks us into feeling contempt for Alfie and all the freewheeling Alfies in the world. And yeah, I mean, as I say, at the beginning of the film, you are charmed by Alfie. You're drawn into treating him as a hero. And I think with roles like this, then following it up the next year, I believe, with The Italian Job, Kane became this sort of icon of men's culture, especially in the 90s when you had the whole laddism and the whole 60s revival. Kane became a pure icon of male culture. But that ignored the truth of Alfie. You watch the first half, you think, oh, what a lad. But you watch from the midway on, when he has got one of these girls that he's sleeping with pregnant, and she's then encouraged by him to get an abortion. And it's awful. He's a narcissistic, misogynistic, immature, horrible character who does, I should say, slight spoiler, but this film's 60 years old, as I say. He is slightly redeemed by the end of it when he realizes how empty and shallow his life is and how little sort of meaning his lifestyle has given him. And there is a sort of slight redemption, as I say, as we're back on Waterloo Bridge at the end. Even when I first watched this as a teenager, his treatment of women made me uncomfortable. And as funny as he can be, yeah, the way he literally just turns up at different women's houses for sex and to get his shirts ironed and to get buttons sewn on. He treats them appallingly in that one house he stops and he finds that she's put the hot water bottle in the bed, and he says, oh, it's a bit presumptuous. And you think, yeah, but you're there for sex, and now you're criticizing her for doing the same thing. He calls women it and her and chick and bird and stuff like that, or even calls one girl a standby.
I can see why it didn't work on Broadway.
yeah. I mean, as I say, I don't think I've ever been so conflicted about a film, because as I've got older and older and older, it becomes harder and harder to watch. But it does turn around. At the end, he gets slapped in the face by his lifestyle, by the women moving on and him being left alone. But it's, as I say, some of his behavior is absolutely abhorrent. But it is a wonderfully made film. It's a really charming and informative insight into the period of Britain, and people are living in little flats and latchkey lives, and the trauma that men were inflicting on women who would have to go out to work as single mothers to support the child that they've been left with by some bloke who just walks off down the street. It's as I say, it's almost a kitchen sink drama, but it's more colourful than all the kitchen sink dramas. I mean, it's in colour, but it's real Technicolor. It looks gorgeous. It really does capture swing. It's kind of like the drama that Austin Powers imitates for its look in those early scenes where Austin's dancing around Carnaby Street. So as I say, it's a conflicting film, but it is wonderfully made. Kane is absolutely charming, and I do think it's worth a watch. There are some women in it who come out on top. Shelley Winters, for one, she absolutely rules over Alfie, which is quite amusing. So yeah, maybe I haven't sold you on it, but I would say as a sort of historic document, it's definitely worth a watch, and it is an enjoyable film if you can keep reminding yourself that Alfie will get his by the end of the film. So yeah, that's Alfie from 1966.
I really love that movie, but I absolutely despise the character of Alfie. Every time I watch it, actually really does make me extremely angry, and but again, you cannot be angry at film for showing you the truth, for showing you exactly what people are doing. I think this is the difference between us as older film viewers and the newest generation. Just because someone is playing, like for example, if you go and watch Marty Supreme, the Marty Mauser in Marty Supreme is a detestable human being, but he is deliberately to play to be that way. You don't have to be a fan of that character to really enjoy the movie, to really think the movie is fantastic. Going back to another 1960s movie that I really liked and whose character I actually found so much more likable, which is The Small World of Sammy Lee, and have you not seen that?
No, I've not seen that at all.
Small World Sammy Lee. It's set all over Soho. Oh my God, you must watch that. That's right up your street.
That's super. That's a good recommendation.
Yeah.
It sounds like a double bill.
Anthony Newley, I think, is in it.
Small World of Sammy Lee. Yeah, Anthony Newley.
Yeah, he's fabulous. 1963, I think it is. Something like that. I'm so surprised you've not seen it. I would have thought that would be right up your street.
Yeah, absolutely.
Really good movie. Fabulous movie.
Predates Alfie by 3 years.
And I felt like it's another one where with a person going from place to place, having this kind of adventure around town, and where he's getting worse and worse. His situation is getting worse and worse as he goes from one place. He's borrowing money from this person. He owes money to this person. He's got a girl here, and I found that character so much more likable than the Alfie character, because he is someone who is not full of himself. He's lost as well.
Yeah.
I love movies who are sort of just who follow just one character around London, Yeah, I really love that. I also really like The Knack. Have you seen The Knack?
Do you know what? I haven't. I've been meaning to catch that for absolutely ages. Yeah, I do want to see that. No, I mean, I think I would like to reiterate that my point about Kane's being raised up during lad culture in the 90s, that I think a lot of people did misread Alfie and treated him as a hero, and all of the offensive stuff is in his mouth. So the film isn't offensive, he's an offensive character, and too many men looked at him and went, oh, what a bloke, look how snappily he's dressed, he's so sharp, he's so cool, he's so easy with the ladies, but he's a Burke, he's an absolute wally. He's a horrible man, and nothing seems to stick to him. He just gets away with it all the time until there's this one pub fight in the middle of the film and he gets a black eye and he's horrified because he thinks he's going to ruin his chances with the girl. He's an absolutely horrible bloke, but that's the point. That is the point of the film.
Again, films like Saturday Night, Sunday Morning also have that kind of and he's not a particularly nice person.
Oh, he's horrible. So, or even Billy Liar.
Billy Liar, yeah.
Yeah.
I love all those movies, you know.
Absolutely.
Right.
All right. Well, we could ramble on all night, but I think we better let you get on with your lives. So, you know what? When I look back on this little episode of Meet Me in the Foyer and all the films we've discussed, I think we've had the best of times. What have we got out of it? Well, insight, entertainment, peace of mind, and a healthy knowledge of the latest movies at the box office. Know what I mean? Well, if you do, or you don't, I hope you'll join myself and Linda again next time for another episode. And in the meantime, you can visit our Patreon to listen again, catch up on all the Director's Cut episodes, and our specials, plus all the reviews individually served up like a delicious amuse-bouche. So thank you, Linda, for all your wonderful work. And yeah, until next time, goodbye.
Adios.
And good luck.
Bye.
Subscribe now to help fans supporting food banks. Go to patreon.com/rockandrollfootball and look for your favourite club subscription pages and sign up with your favourite presenter. Rock and Roll Football. No adverts, no VAR, no limits.
Meet Me in the Foyer.
Always my time. I'm sorry about that. I just need to go and open the door for the dog.
Yep.
Just give me a second.